Ready. I'm ready. Please tell me what happens, game. Well, I guess I gotta work through it myself, actually. I've got some warm apple cider because it's fall. And if it's gonna be chilly, I might as well enjoy all my favorite warm drinks and foods. So I've got that. Got my nice cozy sweater. And I'm ready to go. Let's dive into chapter 3. Hello, and welcome back to Silver Creek Falls. Controls are the same as before. We'd like to kindly remind you that there are puzzles that combine logic, memory, and knowledge. Frequent saves and use of pen and paper to take notes about details is recommended. I have a word pad that I'm using to take notes. Not that you guys need to see that, but actually, there it is. I'm taking notes on my word pad here. So I'll just leave that up for you guys to look at whenever I take a note. You can see it happen. There we go. 2 weeks before the incidents at Silver Creek Falls, Munich, Bavaria, Germany. Ooh. 2 weeks before the incident. Prequel action. Are we playing as Philip? He looks like Leon from Resident Evil, and so I kind of gave him like a Leon voice in my head, but you know, a British Leon. So the voice they gave him made him sound really old, but I gave him like a British Leon voice. If you don't know what Leon sounds like, just think main male horror story character, but like young-ish, not aloof, but on his way to being aloof kind of main character. That guy. Find the police station and speak to Policja Obereit Holzel. Policja Obereit Holzel. I don't know if I said that right. I'm not sure if it's German or not. Huh? What do you mean, I don't know what... How do you not know where the police station is, my dude? Isn't that where you work sometimes? Ah, found it. Maybe he knows, but I don't. That amnesia thing I was talking about. Is this who I need to talk to? Oh, they're speaking German. They're actually speaking German. Okay. Hallo, ik würde gerne mit Polizeiarbeit Hosel sprechen, which I think means I would like to speak to Police Officer Holzel. Hello. I think. My German's super rusty. Inspector Walsingham, am I correct? You speak English. Wonderful. Sorry, was my awful German so obvious? A little, but it's fine. German is a very hard language, so we appreciate it when people try to speak it. Officer Holtzel, I'm just gonna call him Officer Holtzel, told me he was meeting this morning. I think he should be ready to see you now. Wonderful. Dankeschön. Officer Holtzel. Hans, how are you, old friend? The gold stars suit you. Mark, willkommen, which is welcome. Have you had breakfast yet? Yes, I had a strudel with some hot chocolate earlier. Hot chocolate? Like, That sounds awesome, actually. Strudel and hot chocolate. So is your team ready? Have you gone through the drills I instructed? Yes, we've run them quite a few times. I must say, Mark, it sure feels great being back in action. It will be good to work side by side again. About that, I'll be here to help drill and brief your team, but unfortunately, I have to fly to the US next week to finalize some business. So is this it? Yep, the big fish. I leave this in your care. Don't worry, I won't fail you, old friend. I know you won't, Hans. Present day, unknown location, Birdie County, North Carolina. Ooh. Oh, we're back with Sarah, who's got an accent too, like a Boston accent, but I can't do a Boston accent. Not even gonna try. You can park your car overnight here, son. I know the owner of this convenience store. Okay then, can't we go to a hotel? I know it's a fantastic hotel and not too far away from here. They have ears everywhere. We'll talk up in my cabin. Let's go. Can we at least talk about what just happened? You rushed us straight to the car and had us drive here way over the speed limit. Theoretically, we should have stayed with the bodies and called in reinforcements. There was no time. Besides, more men were coming, and I would have had to fight them all off. Let's go to my cabin. We'll talk more there. It's just beyond this path you see here. Lee Davis, you've seen some ish. Do I follow the path? Yeah. Oh no! I did the thing. Cat is just up to the left. Needs firewood and some food for the night. You guys tired? A bit, but it's okay. What do you need? Take that little path to the right and keep following it. You should see a little orchard I've set up. Please pick some fruit and some firewood. You got it. You got it. I'm an excellent gatherer. It's pretty much what I do in every survival craft game I've ever played. Ever. Minecraft, farmer, gatherer. The forest. I mostly just die in the forest. Raft? Absolutely. It's all gathering. I'm still in a bit of shock, to be honest. Thank God that Lee Davis was there to save us. But how did he know we'd be there? Let's not forget that he did leave clues behind for other cops to find out what he knew. It's not impossible to assume that he'd be tracking us too. Do you think we can trust him? Yeah, he could have killed us right after killing those guys in hazmat suit, but he didn't. Clearly, he wants to work with us to solve the case. I guess. I don't know, But we really should have stayed at the crime scene and waited for reinforcements. Shall I call the Birdie County Police? Please don't. This time you're here with the FBI instead of by invitation from the local police. So we should keep it in FBI hands. I'll give my unit chief a call when we get to the orchard. Okay, sounds good. I'd like to be walking while we have that conversation, but you know. We're just gonna cut through. Is this the orchard? No. I was gonna say, I didn't see any fruit. There it is. That looks more like an orchard. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna call my unit now. Have a rest for a while if you like. I'll pick some fruit with you when I'm done talking. I'm not tired anyway. I'll pick some now. I'll be back when I've picked enough. Cool. How do you pick? Oh, there it is. So it's not every tree. It's just some trees. How much is enough, you think? How many apples should I find? There's 3 of us. Is it only the green trees? I guess it's only the green trees. I think this is enough. She literally tells me. We're gonna pick more. Because I'm a pig. I want every apple. Question mark? Told me to stick with Lee Davis for now, as he is a person of interest. They're sending a team over to the secret lab. That looks really bad, just like the rooms in the sorority. You really think he was human? We'll know after the FBI team gets there. I already sent my chief the photos from inside, so he has an idea of what type of crew to send. Besides, I have a feeling this case isn't so simple. We should talk to Lee and see what he knows. He's been following this case from the shadows for a while. Surely he knows something we don't. Wait, I didn't get firewood. You dummies. We're just gonna cut through the field. That grass would stop me, but it did. Well, here's the cabin. I did collect apples. How do I collect firewood? I always do this. I don't know how to play video games, apparently. Okay. Let's check. I have the apples. We just need the firewood. But I see no firewood. Do I need to... 12 apples, but no firewood. See if maybe we can... Ah, here's the big trees. Firewood, gathering all the firewood. Let's head back. That sounds great. Vasquez? I don't remember his name. I never remember his name. Welcome to my cabin. Did you get the fruit and firewood? Yes, we did. Can we talk about what just happened? Everyone in Silver Creek thinks you're either dead or you abandoned them. I feared this, but they don't understand. Understand what? I had no choice. Here, make yourself comfortable. It's a long story. It's not a good North Carolina accent. I'm just doing a weird Southern accent, and I'm okay with it. After I finished at the scene of the car crash, I decided to look over the bloodbath at the sorority house again. It was, after all, the scene that contained the most evidence. Something about it bothered me, and I knew something about it was so off. It was a house full of blood. Nothing about it was right. I mean, the fact that there were no signs of forced entry, that someone achieved so much carnage with no resistance in entering the house. It's bizarre. It's true. Normally you'd think after the first murder, at least one of the other girls would have heard something and locked themselves in their room or tried to escape or fight the perpetrator. Exactly. Furthermore, it was their neighbors that reported that they had heard singing and chanting. So they were all in the same room. Isn't it strange that they didn't hear screams if they had been assaulted? Yes. So I went there to investigate again. As I walked through to the bedrooms, I heard a faint scratching in the room most to the right. I walked to the room, and as I entered the room, I caught a brief look at... What was it? It's mighty hard to describe. It was the size of a full-grown man, but had a smooth coat like a beaver or an otter, but the hair was whitish gray. What? I only caught a brief look as it then lunged at me and attacked me. It knocked me down to the floor and began trying to pin me down. Fortunately, I was able to push it off and then punch in the chest. As I stood up, it lunged at me again, but I was able to land a hook on its face, and I knocked it back 2 or 3 feet. It then scurried away into one of the giant holes in the ground. Oh my god. So those do lead somewhere. So what did you do after? I realized that whatever I had just fought was not normal. I had already felt a presence tailing me for a while, so I then knew I truly was not safe. I then packed up my stuff, left the note and cassettes for someone to find, and redeployed to my secret cabin. You abandoned your town, you coward. Why did you do it? Sarah, calm down. Sarah is a little much. Sarah's a lot much. Too much. Calm your ass down. Let the man speak. Let's not forget he did just save our lives. Military strategy. When you do not know your enemy, it is best to redeploy to buy time so one can analyze the situation. I knew that if I typed my report telling it as it happened and then requested reinforcements, no one in Rayleigh would have believed me. So I did what I had to do. I disappeared. Why didn't you tell Deputy Hill? Simple. I expected the boy to inform his superiors in Rayleigh that I had gone missing, so they would assign a new sheriff. Of course, he just faked your signature and got Inspector Moore and I on the case instead. And later the FBI too. It all went even better than I expected. Theoretically. What do you mean by theoretically? My strategy was to investigate from the shadows. It's a lot easier to keep your eyes on things like this when you don't have to appear in the public eye. Furthermore, I expected the pressure from the FBI to show cracks in the case and finally reveal who was behind all this. But then the FBI pulled out of the case and only left Agent West and myself. Someone with some power pulled people away from this investigation. That's so suspicious. So, how was it that you were in the exact right place to save Agent Valdez and myself? I had actually been tailing you two after Agent West was murdered, which is why I also left you those convenient clues, so you could follow and find out what I knew and perhaps use your status, Agent Valdez, as an FBI agent, to then be able to go deeper into the case. I see. So when we discovered the secret lab, why didn't you reveal yourself to us so you could go inside as well? Just as you two reached the park and entered the lab, I saw a group of armed men approaching. I knew they meant to eliminate you two, so I killed them and hid their bodies. After that, I stood guard close to the secret lab in case they sent more men, which they did at the end. Thanks for that. Just doing my duty, son. So what did you see inside? Here, let me show you the photos I took. So eager. Is it okay if I go and lie down for a while? We were up all night in that secret lab. Certainly. Go ahead and use my bedroom. I just put in fresh sheets. I'm gonna go... There's a bed here. I don't know. I will go lay down though. Ba-doop. Nappy nap. Am I dreaming? What are those little blue things? Ooh, spooky. Welcome, traveler. Thank you. Where am I? This place is known as Espera, the home of Espers. Or ESPers, probably. Espera. You are a seeker of truth, no? Go forth and hear the chants of the Espers. Touch Esper. Now there's a supernatural element. Dope. Everyone in the sorority died because of me. It's all my fault. I can never let this go. They will never forgive me. Esper Gem collected. Yeah, hit me with that Esper. I was the first in my family to go to college. They were all so proud of me when I got accepted. Now what? Rebecca, where are you? What happened to us? Colonel, can you hear me? Did I do my duty? I hope so. I worked so hard. Took 2 jobs to pay the bills. Could have been a doctor. I should have been a doctor. Oh, that's so sad. This place and the Espers, they're so sad. Who are you? Who I am is not important. Have I died? Are you an angel? Angel? It's funny, I haven't heard that term for so long. Some would call me an angel, others would call me a demon. I also go by the title the Interloper, the Guardian of Espers, or Patron of Truth. Call me Alpheus, for now. I know humans enjoy calling each other by first names. Humans? Goodbye! Brother, I'm so sorry. I should have listened. Now my blood mixes with hot sand. Sua sponte. I don't know what that means. I wish I did that. I didn't ask for this. I thought rural policemen didn't die. This job was supposed to be easy. I was such a fool. Well, that was Deputy Hill. All I wanted to do was protect my country. I worked so hard. I followed all the rules. They say the greatest honor for those like me is to die in the line of duty. Was it all worth it? And that was Agent West. I hope Leia will be fine now that I'm gone. I hope they don't come after her. I miss her so much. I wish I could see her beautiful smile one last time. Leia? Do we know a Leia? We do know a Leia. That was the wife of Friedman, the dude with the, we think is part of the mafia. The Espers. Are they the souls of those killed souls? Yes, I believe that is what you humans call it. The Espers represent the voices of those who left too early, those whose time was cut short by injustice, their voices muted. The Espers represent their dreams, desires, and regrets, their love, their soul. I tend to them here in my garden, but it must be a seeker like you who must find their truth, so they can reach fruition. That's not how you spell fruition. Anyway, they can reach fruition and be at peace. You have spent enough time here, Seeker. It is time for you to return. Farewell, Seeker. Wait, I have so many questions. I know you do. That is why I made you their Seeker. Wait, what? The sun is rising. I must go, Seeker. What? Will I ever see you again? Yes, in time. Farewell, Seeker. Goodbye. Dope. I love me a good supernatural element. That was a really weird dream. I need to go find Leon Valdez. Oh, ran into the wall like an idiot. Who dis? Oh, it's Valdez. Good morning, Sarah. Did you sleep well? Like a baby. Actually, I kind of had a weird dream, but I'm sure babies get weird dreams too. By the way, I never got your first name. No? Rodrigo. That explains why I could never remember his name, because he never gave it to me. I only knew his last name, and I barely knew that. Rodrigo, named after my grandfather. In high school and college, everyone called me Rod. Rod, cool. So any news from your unit chief? They're going to be doing a major investigation, try to scrape enough evidence together for a case. Enough evidence? Didn't they look inside the lab? When the crew got there, the computers had been wiped blank and the rooms cleaned up. Damn it, I knew we should have stayed. How about the bodies? All's gone. Ah, man. Darn. We should have stayed. No, I think Lee made the right call. They might have sent a larger force and we would have been outmanned and outgunned. I don't know about you, but I'm much more an investigation specialist. Not much a fighter. I can shoot, but I'm not a seasoned veteran like Lee. I fired my weapons a few times when I was in Massachusetts, but you're right. We were in a bad position to fight. On that subject, where is Lee? My unit chief wanted me to bring in Lee so he could answer a few questions. I told Lee and he said he'd much rather not, as he'd been enjoying his newfound anonymity. Besides, a strong old soldier like Lee, are you kidding me? How can I bring him in? I'm gonna tell my unit chief that he slipped away in the night. Fair enough. What really happened? Man saved my life. I respect him way too much to ask him to come in. This morning he and I had breakfast, and he left soon after. Agreed to cover him up. I don't know. Cover for him. We shook hands and he went on his way. Who knows what adventures lie next for him. What about us? Are we going back to the lab to investigate more? Unfortunately, I've been taken off the case. I've been moved to another one. They want me to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma to look into this old Clyde character. They want me to see if he has any relation to the case in Walleye Head. What about me? Sorry, Sarah, but since I'm off the case, that means you're off the case too. Flying to Oklahoma tonight. We can go to the airport together, and I've been instructed to buy your ticket back to Virginia for you. This really stinks. Stinks. I can't believe you're just fine being taken off the case. Happens more often than you think. You have to remember that it was Agent West who was the senior agent, not me. They want to put someone more experienced on it now. I'm sorry, Sarah. Guess I have no choice. Shall we go to the car? Yeah. Security detail is going to meet us at the convenience store. We should be there by now. They should be there by now? I should be there by now. Thought I saw something, but if I can't go back, I can't go back. Well, there's the security detail. Thanks for walking me to my car. What? I wasn't born yesterday. I know you still want to stay on this case and finish it. I know flying you to Virginia isn't going to stop you working on this case. Lee gave me this note to give to you. It's for your eyes only. Open it later. It will tell you where you can find him. There's still work to be done. Valdez, I don't know what to say. I'll see you around, Sarah. Any national barbecue or pizza-related competition, and you know I'm there. Goodbye, Special Agent Valdez. Oh, he put his glasses on. Take care, Detective Fitzgerald. Goodbye. find Lee. Let me check that note. Okay. Due east of the convenience store, there is a small village by the lake. There is more work to be done. More work to do. Find me there. Due east. It's a nice little walk. Brisk. Is everybody having a good day? I hope so. Ooh. Let's go into the little village, shall we? He didn't say to go into any store in particular. He just said there was a little village here. Oh, here we go. Detective Fitzgerald, I see you received my note. Special Agent Valdez gave it to me. He told me about you and the FBI. It's a shame he was moved to another case. Valdez is a good man. I don't blame him for taking the easy way out. What's that supposed to mean? Don't you understand what's happening? A very powerful person was about to be exposed by his investigation and decided to pull strings to have him reassigned. Bolt? Perhaps, or somebody even more powerful. Is Valdez in danger? We should warn him. You saw what happened to Agent West, right? He'll be fine. Valdez is a smart man. He knows how the game goes. Game? Valdez is a good agent, but more importantly, he's a good tin soldier. He takes orders from above without question. Look to his transfer to this other case as an example. He didn't fight his unit chief on it at all. He was happy for the case to be handed to someone else. He knows as long as he does that, he'll never be in any real danger. Besides, he has a wide network of contacts of his own. He knows if he's wanted and what to do to no longer be wanted. For example, look at this silly little mission they sent him on. They sent him to Tulsa to follow a lead on 2 missing village fish packers from North Carolina. An FBI agent on a missing persons case? Are you kidding me? They'll fly him all the way to Oklahoma, put him in a hotel for 3 days, and even cover his food, all for a case that will not be solved thanks to his trip there. If that isn't misuse of bureau money, then I don't know what is. So Valdez will be fine? I'll put it this way. The copious amount of barbecue and pizza that boy consumes is a greater risk to his life than any of these scenarios you are imagining. I can believe that. So what's our next step concerning the case? As you heard, the computers at the secret lab were wiped clean before the new FBI team got there, so we don't have enough evidence to make a compelling case anymore. How about the photos Valdez and I took? You mean the photos you two took after illegally breaking into a private facility? Yeah, Bolt's lawyers will shred that up in 2 seconds. We need those files to make a convincing case, so we can finally see justice for all those victims. Any ideas? As a matter of fact, yes I do. I have an informant who I have been doing some undercover recon. She has yielded some highly useful information. As a matter of fact, you have met her before. Really? Who is it? Sky Davidson. She came to me thirsty for justice after what had been done to her friend Rebecca Olson. She told me we were to meet her at her secret hideout today, as she has some very important information for us. Where's her secret hideout? It's an old abandoned house northwest of this lake. Let's go. We have to meet her before noon. Woo! It's just up at the end of this path. It's a nice old house from the 50s. Sky found it a couple weeks ago, and we use it to discuss the case. The drug dealer is your secret agent? Actually, not a bad choice. They're smart, they know how to stay undercover. Oh no. Oh no. Sky, no. I guess we're just going in. That's a lot of blood. Oh, but there's none inside. Sure, normally thrown around like this. Sky now fix this place up so she can stay here a while. Clearly something happened. We need to find Sky. I hear noises. I'm gonna go and see if there's someone out back. Can you check to see if there's anyone in the living room or in the front? Bad idea to split up. Walk quietly. Check your corners. If you see anyone, do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. Just find me and I'll handle it. Okay, I like to minimize the use of my firearm anyway, especially since I'm strictly speaking not on the job. Smartest thing. I gotta wait for him to walk away. They said check your corners. Damn it, there's so many of them. I'll turn around and find Lee and see what he thinks we should do. Oh! Scared the crap out of me. What the? Lone Ranger. How did you... There were so many of them. I'm an Army Ranger with over 30 years of experience. They were just punks trying to be tough with their guns. They're all dead. I take it you had no choice? We need to find Sky. He's ruthless. Oh no! Sky, no. Lee, I'm so sorry. The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. He leadeth me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. That was beautiful. Is it from the Bible? Yes, it is. How many must die? How many to keep this corporation's evil secrets? All those students, Deputy Hill, Agent West, and now Sky. I swear that I shall avenge all these awful deaths. I swear it. Body is full of gunshot wounds and bullets. We should bring her to... We haven't the time. We haven't the time, damn it. Lee. I'm so sorry, Sky. I should have never let you get involved. Why did you? She kept coming to me with more and more information. She would investigate and infiltrate. Thanks to her that I was able to find out so much about Professor Conway and Bolt Pharmaceuticals. She was adamant and zealous. She would stop at nothing to see justice be done for her fallen friends. Kept telling her not to go any deeper, but I couldn't stop her. She even tracked me down and found my secret cabin. I really judged her wrong. Sky, you really put up one hell of a fight. I'm proud of you. Don't worry, Sky. I'll be back and I'll give you a proper burial. What about her family? She had none. She was an orphan. Her friends in college were all she had. Must have been like a father figure to her, I guess. Oh look, she has a key on her. It must lead to something. Let's go downstairs and find out what. Tragic. Can I get over there? Wow. Oh, it's so sad. Bunch of punks coming here. Yeah, I was trying to do that, but... Is there anything over here worthwhile? Let's go back upstairs. See if it's stuck. There's not really much in this house. Dearly, looks like they've been tailing me. They found my hiding spot and have surrounded the house. Been able to fight them off with the revolver and shotgun you gave me, but I think they've worked out that I'm alone. I can hear them planning to rush me. I won't go down easy and plan to take a few of them down with me. Sorry I couldn't be there at the end. I've been tailing Bolt Pharmaceuticals' head of security. It seems they change the password to the mainframe every day. Every morning, a riddle is delivered to the secret mailbox in his house. If you can find the answer, it unlocks a 4-digit PIN that gives you access to all the company's files. Use this information well. It seems as though it has cost me my life. See that justice is done for me and all my friends that have fallen. Rip. Alright. So now we know we have to go to the head of security, Bolt Security, Pharmaceuticals, head of security. Can we get my car? Oh, wow, those are slow rolling. Get up. Guessing head of security has the only key to it. Looks around. Well, we have a key. Can we use it? This is a weird potted plant. It's true. Amateur move. It is amateur hour at Bolt Pharmaceuticals' head of security's house. Sorry. What flashlight? We already have one of those though. We had a flashlight just the other day. Why don't we have... Or maybe it was Valdez's. Oh, I see a thing on the floor over there. Bolt cutters. Okay. Nice. Ooh, okay. A light bulb. Wait, so can I add item? Can I do things? Dope. Okay, cool. So we fix the bolt cutters. We can cut the gate, get the flashlight, go in the room, put the light bulb in, turn the light back on. Nice. Oh, the light bulb goes into the flashlight. Of course it does. Nailed it. Item puzzles are cake. And now we can go. Ooh, ooh, so dark. Nice. Okay, excellent. Now, we should be able to pry the box open. Crowbars are one of the most useful tools in any video game. Prove me wrong. Somehow, I thought we would do it in a somewhat cleverer fashion, but I guess this works. Read the note. March to the sea. Sounds familiar, but I can't quite remember. We can go to the Hawthorne Library, do some research there. Or if you think you already worked out the 4-number pin, then we shouldn't waste our time. March to the sea. Wait. So we know that March is the 3rd month to oh, we really did go straight to the archives. They didn't even... I think... I think it's 3-2. Something. But I don't know. If I... Let's save. That way, if I mess up... Okay. We can just go back. 3, 2... March to the sea. I don't know if it's gonna be this easy, but... Icky! Alright, let's go to the library. Are you saying I can't go to the library? Okay, cool. March to the sea. I got manual override instructions. Peanut, Demeter. Okay. Oh. I would have never guessed this. I should have just gone to the library. Oh, whoops. It's, it was a military campaign, Sherman's March to the Sea, that took place in 1864, which is the pin number. So, I wasn't knowledged enough. I should have just gone to the library. What the manual override requested? Okay. Now do I do this? It won't let me do anything. Okay, so I guess we just go then. It's probably somewhere I need to do the manual override. Up here. Maybe? Athena. Oh. So, blue, red, blue, blue, red, blue. Green 4, green, green, red, green. Oh golly. I wish I could walk faster. It's a big area. one more for this room. I hope I don't have to do this again, but I probably will. Oh, that's okay. Self-learning protocols overridden. Wait. Do I need to do this again? Probably. Let me just do it. Running the meter. I'm gonna make a note since we don't need this anymore. So 1 and 4. Green. 1, 3, 5. And then blue. 1, 3, 5, 6. There. I'm in the wrong one. Okay. Harvesting protocols overridden. I don't like that one. Okay, 2 more. 2 more. Now that I realize I have to do all of them, we have 2 more. What is this? Zeus. Let's go. This is... so we have top row 3 and 5, bottom row 1 and 2, and then blue is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So, green, 1, 2. And 5. Oh, is this? No, this is 4. I went the wrong one. It's a good thing they don't all switch, like turn off if you click the wrong one. It'd be really sad if they did that. Wait. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. Power protocols overridden. One more time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay. We just have to do Poseidon. I'm officially out of cider, which means I am sad. That's okay. Just had to make sure. Oh, they're down there. Okay. Alright. Let's look at our override. So we have 3 and 4. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 4, 6, and 8. So 1, 2, 3. It's amazing nobody's caught me. Just saying. Just wandering around, changing protocols, overriding systems, and nobody has seen anything and said, that seems off. Let me check that out. Nothing. 6. We'll just go get this up here first. There's 1, 3, 4. And then we have to do the last row of green. It's 1, 3, 5. Man, what am I gonna do with myself after I finish this game? Oh, I said I was gonna play, like, a cringy Otome game or something. maybe I'll do that like on a Tuesday, and I'll play something else on a Monday. Water wheel protocols overridden. Water wheels. Nice, that should be it. Let's get back to the computer to download the file. Water wheel. Is that how they are producing electricity for this place? They've got a water wheel out back? This place is massive. Yeah, I want to make an RPG Maker game. These are so cute. Hey, little people just walking along. Let me make some cute little sprites. I love how detailed Sarah's hair is. Like swishes and everything. Yay, and there's nobody here to ambush me. Love that. This text appears on the screen. Meet me at the Lonely Pines Lake. Lakeside Resort. F. Bolt. Lonely Side Lake, Lakeside Resort. Here we are. Welcome to the Lonely Pines Lakeside Resort. How may I be of assistance to you? We're here to see Franklin Bolt. Ah, wonderful. Mr. Bolt has been expecting you. Using the cigar room, the door on the left will lead you there. Dope. Ah, Detective Fitzgerald. Colonel Davis, you're right on time. Right on time? You were expecting us? Of course. Actually, I was expecting you a lot sooner, but oh well. Do you know what we're here for? Yes, you're here to interrogate me, then arrest me. Wait, how do you know that? Detective Colonel, please, have a seat and I'll explain everything. This is highly irregular. Lee? He's unarmed and doesn't seem to be trying to escape. Escape? Why would I? It's been so much effort getting you here. Getting us here. Yes, I had to leave quite the trail of breadcrumbs just so you would investigate the matter and see everything for what it was, and eventually make your way to me. I know from what it looks like, I'm the big bad villain of the story, but perhaps if you could just listen for a while, you may realize it's not all black and white. Villains rarely start as villains, Miss Fitzgerald. More often than not, they start out thinking that what they do is somehow improving the world, then along the way bad decisions are made, with the best of intentions, but often with the worst logic behind them. I realized one day that I was no longer the hero of the story. I realized that what was being done wasn't improving the world. Get to the point, Bolt. You see, it all started in the early 2000s. At the time, I was a young investment banker in Wall Street, making my first millions, and my younger brother had just finished college. I insisted he join me in New York, as I wanted to take him under my wing and teach him how to make money. Initially, he seemed interested, and then the Twin Towers were destroyed in 9/11, and all my brother could talk about was joining up and bringing the war to them. He joined the U.S. Army and was commissioned as a lieutenant. When the U.S. declared war on Iraq, my brother's unit was one of the first to go into action, the 3rd Ranger Battalion. Wait, that's my unit. Bolt, Bolt, Bolt! Is it all coming back to you, Colonel Davis? Your brother was Lieutenant Logan Bolt. So you know how the story goes then. Yes, it was 2004, right after Iraqi insurgents killed those contractors in Fallujah. Lieutenant Bolt was second in command of a small platoon on a recon mission. His unit was spotted and ambushed, and they fought hard, and were able to break through the ambush and escape through a narrow back street. Once the surviving platoon members made it past the back street, Lieutenant Bolt noticed that the insurgents were hot on their trail. He stayed back and took advantage of the bottleneck in the street to hold off the insurgents. He successfully bought enough time for his platoon to escape, but paid the ultimate price. Your brother was a true hero. I'm sorry I couldn't make the funeral. I know. You were the one that signed his letter of condolence. Anyway, as you can imagine, the news devastated me. Here I was, a successful businessman in the toughest city in the world, making it big, and I thought I was untouchable. Then this happened, and it destroyed me. I flew to Wichita Falls to pick up my brother's body, and whom do I meet there? A young biochemist by the name of Lars Conway, whose brother served in the same unit as mine, and also shared in the same tragic fate. He spoke bitterly about how the U.S. government was choosing not to invest in his research, and how if he had had things his way, this tragedy wouldn't have happened. Conway was of the belief that his research in biochemistry could lead to genetically enhanced super soldiers that could serve as the bulk of the infantry for the more grueling missions. He believed that the government was all too happy to sacrifice the lives of its young soldiers to serve their own needs. Swayed by the tragedy of my brother's passing and by the fire in Conway's eyes, I was convinced to set up our own private corporation that would research a way to make these super soldiers so that no one else would have to know the grief that we knew. We created a pharmaceutical corporation, and Conway agreed to develop money-making pharmaceuticals to help generate income for the company. In turn, I would helm the company to success and would divert 30% of all revenue towards his research projects. It all started out rather well, and for the first 3 years we made a lot of money, and Conway was making leaps and bounds in his research. Then the financial crisis hit in 2008, and the company began losing money. Anyway, with the company in such dire straits, we had to look into selling shares to other corporations to stay alive. Unfortunately, we had no serious bids, and it looked like we were going to file for bankruptcy. Then Conway found an investor out of nowhere, a certain Matteo Spinola, head of the Spinola family. Exactly. So I took it as a sign to leave, and I sold all my shares to Matteo Spinola and resigned as CEO of Bolt Pharmaceuticals. But it doesn't end there, does it? If only it did. A year after operating under Spinola control, the company is yet again on the verge of bankruptcy, and I get a call from Conway pleading that I return as CEO to bring the company back, and in turn, keep his research alive. So I went back. Why? You must remember that I created this company and ran it for 5 years. I knew a lot of the people that worked for me, and in this economic climate, they would be hard-pressed to find other work. So I went back, but when I returned, I saw that the corporation had changed. Matteo Spinola had approved a certain type of research program that I had vehemently opposed during my tenure as CEO, and Conway was all too glad to cooperate. Initially, I wanted to blow the whistle, and I teamed up with one of Spinola's head fund managers to blow the lid off the entire operation. Connor Friedman. Unfortunately, Spinola's men got to him and killed him. I realized that Matteo Spinola was too powerful and knew too many influential people, and that no one would believe my claims about him. After all, why would I destroy the very company I birthed? Everyone would be convinced I was a fool and a madman. No one would believe me. I had to get a detective untainted by his tentacles of corruption, and so I made a call to the High Commissioner and had him pass the case down to you guys. So, were you involved with the disappearance of the college kids? No. Spinola and Conway are behind that too. They needed young and healthy test subjects to test the new serum on. Those college students were the lab rats. Conway knew Rebecca Olson and her boyfriend used recreational drugs, so he swapped their supply with samples of his new serum that he made to look like the drugs they were taking. He knew she would share her drugs with her sorority and was observing at the time. When the drugs had their adverse effect, he went in, used a copy of her key that he had, and planted evidence to make it look like a murder. Why wouldn't he target a group of football players instead? Wouldn't they be more similar to soldiers in terms of physical type? The serum works very poorly in conjunction with performance-enhancing drugs. Conway needed cleaner and healthier subjects, and since those girls were doing modeling work, he assumed that they generally ate healthily and exercised regularly. False. 100% taking drugs. Look, you don't seem like a bad guy, and I can't help but suspect your motives for revealing all this. Also, if you were trying to feed us information, then explain the men in the hazmat suits that were intended to kill Fitzgerald and Valdez. Spinola's men. Ever since the immoral experimentation began, Matteo Spinola placed armed guards on all the research laboratories. When I saw detective and agent names leave my company's headquarters, I sent a false order to the guards to remove them for the night. Unfortunately, I didn't think that it takes so long in there, and I didn't account for the new morning guards. Wait, you saw us leave and come in? Didn't you wonder why no one stopped you? Besides, whom do you think conveniently sent those letters to Conway, knowing he was on a speaking tour? I see. Take this flash drive. Inside are all the documented cases for all the illegal experiments that Conway has been running. Your videos, photos, the whole stinking thing. With all this, you'll be able to put Spinola and Conway behind bars and shut down the pharmaceutical once and for all. What's in it for you? You're being very generous with all this information. I'm suspicious as to why you're so keen to betray your friend Conway. Yes, Conway and I were once friends, but I now see him for the monster he truly is. The fact that he would stoop to dealing with the likes of Spinola disgusts me. Colonel, a man reaches a point when he can no longer lie to himself, when he knows that he cannot tolerate the injustice he sees in his very eyes. That moment has come to me. If my brother were alive today, he would agree on this course of action. Terribly sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Bolt, but Inspector Walsingham has arrived? Just in time, let him in. Certainly, sir. If he comes in guns blazing. Looks like I arrived just in time. Phil, what are you doing here? Phil, I thought you were Inspector Mark Walsingham of MI6. What? Sarah, I will explain everything in due time, but for now, we have to get out of here. What are you talking about? Mr. Bolt, my contact in Munich has just informed me that he and his men have successfully arrested Professor Lars Conway as he was giving a talk at the Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich. There's a lot of information here. Thank God, this madness will finally come to an end. Unfortunately, Matteo Spinola was caught wind of our plans and is sending men over to kill you as we speak. We must leave now. Okay then, Ferguson, ready my car. Actually, we can't leave from the front. Spino's men will be coming in through there. There's a rear exit into the lakeside area right behind me. Excellent, let's go. We sit in ducks in such an open area. I say we dig in and fight from here. That won't be necessary. I've stationed 2 of my people outside. We'll be covered. 2 men? Is that it? Are you nuts? Spinola is sending at least 20 here to kill me. Please don't underestimate my people. They'll have no problems making mincemeat out of Spinola's thugs. Besides, they brought along their big toys. I'll go outside and help your men fight them off. Thank you ever so much, Colonel. I know your special abilities. 20 men hardly constitutes a challenge. For that reason, I would prefer to have you with us in case we encounter an unpleasant surprise. Unpleasant surprise, huh? I sure do love how you British love to understate things. Come on, let's go. Oh, apparently I knew where the door was. I just ran there. Am I running now? I hate being chased. Where are we going? Look at that squat, I know. Oh, I missed the door. Okay, we're far enough. Just keep your eyes peeled. My squad should be around soon. Okay, Phil or Mark or whatever your real name is, you have some explaining to do. Look, Sarah, I know this all looks really bad, but just know that I had no choice. Also, you weren't supposed to be here. There was confusion as my FBI liaison was killed and his goofy associate took things into his own hands. What? You were working with Agent West this whole time? Also, don't talk about Valdez that way. Sorry, Sarah. It's just all gone so crazy. Look, all you need to know for now is my real name is Mark Walsingham, and that I'm MI6. British Intelligence. Yeah, we know what that is. Yes, we've been following this case for a while, and when all this came up, we had to act quickly. I flew to Silver Creek Falls under the guise goofy associate. Yeah, he was kind of goofy, but I liked him a lot. Rodrigo, a transferred Scotland Yard inspector. I'm sorry for deceiving you. I just had to be very careful and couldn't risk being discovered. I'm happy to see that you're okay. Pardon my French, but what in the hell are you Brits doing here? How does this involve you? I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss that, as I suspected. What's going to happen to Franklin Bolt? I'll be taking him into custody. We need him to testify against Spinola and Conway, among other things. Like what? Again, not at liberty to discuss. Well, guess what? I'm taking him into custody. He's related to the crimes in Silver Creek Falls. He's mine. I have more jurisdiction here than you do. Sorry, Sarah. This really should have never come to this. Ferguson? Ferguson, what is the meaning of this? Terribly sorry, sir. It's been a pleasure serving you, but my loyalty is first and foremost to my queen. What the hell's going on? Stand down, Fitzgerald. It's not worth it. So you started the party without me? Just in time, Sam. Did you two wrap everything up? It was easy. After we finished killing them, we threw the bodies into the resort and set it on fire. Good job. All good here? Any trouble? None at all. Ferguson, please escort Mr. Bolt into the car. Right away, Captain. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I do hope to be able to explain everything to you one day. Damn it. Come on, Lee. Let's get back to the car and pursue them. Let's leave it here, Sarah. What? I can't believe you. I'm gonna head back to Barry Sky. I'd appreciate some help, but if you'd like to go and pursue them, that's fine. I don't understand. Why didn't you do anything? I'm sick and tired of death and killing. Also, we were not in control of that situation. We were outmanned and outgunned. Yes. I'm going now. Have a safe trip back to Virginia, Detective. The music is still too hype for me right now for this mood. Lee, wait. I'll help you bury Sky. Oh, remember home. I feel like I didn't get any closure from that situation. Thanks for driving me home. You okay? Not really. The whole thing left a really bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, we did. We got dominated. I know, I feel the same way. Thank you for helping me bury Sky, and I appreciated the kind words you said for her. Don't worry about it. You're a rare gem, Sarah. Your conviction of justice and truth makes you a truly incredible detective and police officer. You're just trying to make me feel better. You know I don't mince words. Thanks, then. I just wish I could have gone deeper and done more. Diving into the murky waters of the criminal world is not something one does casually. You never come out truly clean, and you really lose a piece of yourself as you enter. The deeper you go in, the more sullied things get, and before you know it, you are swimming in a pool of dirt, brass, and blood, all in the name of justice. But to uncover the truth, isn't all this sacrifice the price? But is it worth it? Look how many have perished in the pursuit of truth. And at the end, how much did we achieve? At the end, we were not but puppets at another man's bigger game. Mark. Within his machinations and plans, I doubt we were more than pawns with bigger players like the High Commissioner and Franklin Bolt, playing as the Rook and Bishop. It's all a bit depressing, isn't it? My apologies. I didn't mean to discourage you. Always fight for truth and justice, no matter what level of the law you are in. All I mean to say is that rise in the ranks in law enforcement comes at a high personal cost. I see you've had a lot of experience. Army, police. It's different, but similar in so many ways. Here I thought I'd live out a peaceful life in such a small town, but I guess I was wrong. Panama, Somalia, Afghanistan, Iraq, and now this. So tired of it all. So what's next for you? I think I'll go travel around the country. It's about time I see more of this beautiful country that so many of my compatriots died for. For your own safety, I'll keep my exact travel plans to myself. I can get behind that. Thanks. How about you? I'll take tomorrow off and head back into work the next day. Keep doing my bit to keep this country safe. Maybe I'll hear from Mark one day. He did promise he'd explain everything to me one day. I wouldn't hold my breath for that. I'll get going now. Wait, What did Mark mean by special abilities? I'll do you a big favor by not telling you. Goodbye, Detective Fitzgerald. Thank you for your service. Goodbye, Colonel Davis. I think Leah's waiting for me to get inside my door. Was that it? Zero closure. I don't even know what to say right now. Like, obviously it's all wrapped up on somebody's end. But I don't know what happened. I mean, I understand what's probably gonna happen, but there's so many missing pieces. I don't know what's going on, but it seems Sarah got Yes! Sarah worked this whole case, beginning to end, and Sarah got snatched out her hands right there at the end. Ah. Poor Sarah. Poor me. Really, I did all the work. I don't know if you guys saw, but I wandered around that forest for a long time. Ugh. Rip. Come on, game. Give me something. Marvel movie me. F's in the chat, boys. F's in the chat. I don't even know. I don't even know. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Ugh. I want to know more. You know what, though? Stay tuned for more. There is a sequel. There is a sequel. Oh. Oh. The Beaumont, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Meet up with Agent Komarova. Well, who am I? I'm playing right now. I'm assuming it's these people. Komarova? Holzel? Where is Valdez? She's in the bathroom. He'll be back in a second. We can start without him. Professor Chan, I hope your flight was comfortable. It was fine. Thank you for flying me in business class. It's not a problem. Do you have Conway's files? Of course. Here you go. Thank you, Winston. You did the right thing. Oksana, what will Moscow think of what you're doing? They'll understand. It's for the greater good. Hans, will Mark be okay with this? He'll understand. I know he will. We need to prepare for the invasion. Yes, we'll need every trick under our sleeves to protect us against them. Them? More secrets! More secrets. Okay, so here's where I'm at emotionally. Everybody just sit back for a second. A lot happened. That was a lot to process. And I'm feeling conflicted because I really loved that game. But there are a lot of little untied ends, little frazzled bits. And I will say, it would make me more angry if there wasn't a sequel out to this game. Right? I can already tell you that there's definitely something to this sequel. Because that one chick with the blonde hair that we just saw in that scene is literally in the sequel. Because I started the sequel on accident. Well, not accident. I didn't know it was a sequel until after I started it. And there were little, like, little drops, little hints to this game. Which is why I didn't finish playing it. But now I have to finish playing it. So, it's probably what we're going to do tomorrow. We'll go to the sequel game called, I think it's called The Walsingham Files, actually, which, that's Mark's last name. I don't know if you noticed. Phil, Mark, whatever his name is. But I'm super stoked about that, actually. So, yeah, Walsingham Files, Chapter 1. So, tomorrow, probably going to pick up where we left off in the Walsingham Files, Chapter 1. Or should I restart it? I didn't get that far. Maybe I'll just restart it. I'll restart it because now that I finished this game, I want to go back through that first set of dialogue, re-experience it with the knowledge that I have now. Yeah. I like that plan. We'll just kind of blow through everything in like all the running around because I know where stuff is now. But yeah. We'll restart it tomorrow, and hopefully it will provide me with the answers that I seek. Hopefully. All right. You know what? I think that's it for today. I have to go emotionally process what I just went through. Games really take a toll on me. My emotional state of being. But that's okay. I always come back for more because I enjoy being thrust into the world of a video game. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I apologize that sometimes I forget how to read. And I guess I will perhaps see you tomorrow for Walsingham Files, Chapter 1. Enjoyment reading. Alright, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget, I appreciate you and everything you do. No, it's a different game. It's the sequel game. The Walsingham Files Chapter 1 comes after Silver Creek Falls Chapter 3. It's a different trilogy. There you go. Okay, now we're all on the same page. Bye.